Hi, Tom Esch. I have a true story about the unwritten rules of rank. It happened many years ago on a job site where there was a 30-foot deep trench, and it had multiple challenges. They had heavy traffic, electrical, schedule pressures, and more. And the company did a good job pre-planning for safety. It appeared that they had identified all the risks and mitigated all the hazards. And at the end of the job, there were several trench boxes down at the bottom of the hole. And according to plan, they were supposed to get them mechanically. Nobody was supposed to go down. But the superintendent changed that plan at the last moment and decided to go down into the hole. Another guy offered to go with him, and down they went. Everyone on that job site could see what was happening, and nobody said a word. Shortly after they went down, there was a catastrophic collapse, and the other worker was killed. The superintendent lived. Now, a cubic yard of dirt weighs at least a ton, and he was buried. They could not get to him soon enough, and he died. Very tragic story. Did not have to happen. Let that one sink in. His family will never see him again. Friends will never see him again. Game over. It's a big deal. We know how it happened, but why did it happen? We can ask the 5 whys. Why did it happen? Well, there was a cave-in. Why was there a cave-in? Well, it was a very, very deep trench, and perhaps it was loose soil, and he was at the bottom. Why was he at the bottom? In order to help the superintendent rig up those trench boxes by hand. Why did they change the plan? Maybe for greater productivity. We don't know. And why didn't anybody speak up on that job site that day? That's a good question. I think the answer is in the unwritten rules of seniority or rank. I think that was the one hazard that they didn't identify, and it was a deadly oversight. You see, the rules are powerful, and one of them is if you have lower rank, you're not supposed to speak up, right? And if you have higher rank, you don't have to listen, right? If one person had spoken up that day and that superintendent had listened, that man, I believe, would be alive today. So yeah, the unwritten rules are sometimes stronger than the written rules, but they're not unchangeable. If a lower ranked person speaks up and a higher ranked person listens, you have a safer job site. That's just basic logic. And it takes 3 things to get there. Number 1, courage for the lower ranked person to speak. So eat your spinach and become a verbal Popeye if you're lower ranked. It takes, secondly, humility for the higher ranked people to listen, to eat the humble pie and take maybe the advice or suggestion from a lower ranked person. Not easy. Number 3, it takes training or practice. We're going to do that right now. So first, pause the video for just 60 seconds. And I want you to discuss who has higher rank, who has lower rank. Go. Okay, now that you know who has the high and low rank, I want you to discuss 2 questions. Number 1, and I want just the lower rank people to speak and the higher rank people to listen. They don't get to talk, at least not yet. They'll have plenty to say, I'm sure, later. But for this little 2-minute discussion, number 1, what's one thing going well on your job or a recent job? And number 2, what's one thing you'd like to discuss changing? Higher ranked people, you're just listening, all right? What you say matters. What you do or do not do matters. The rank matters. Awareness of your seniority and good use of rank is a key part to safety accountability. Make brave choices every day. Thank you.